I'm Harry Harrison, the announcer guy, announcing today that it is time to announce the announcing of... Wait for it... Network News! Boy, it sure is hard to shout over all this music. Anyway, let's meet the news crew, Lisa Lee and Phil Williams. Wait a moment, who are you?
I'm Bob Bobbins. I'm new.
But where are Lisa and Phil?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Hey, look, Phil! The camera's already rolling! We're fashionably late.
Excuse me for asking, but where were you two?
Oh, look! It's the new guy. What's his face?
Actually, my name is Bob, and I didn't realize it was acceptable to arrive at the news studio after the camera has already started rolling. Seriously, why are you so late? Is Phil having a seizure?
Of course not, silly. Didn't you know? Phil is deaf. He has to communicate through sign language.
That doesn't look like any sign language I've ever seen.
That's because he invented his own version of sign language.
Well, what's he saying?
He's probably explaining how an angry mob of chickens on 5th Street held us up on our way to the studio.
No, seriously, what's he saying?
Well, couldn't tell you for sure. As I said, he signs in his own language, which so far only he can understand.
Then what's he doing behind a news desk?
What are any of us doing behind a news desk? Well, okay. So maybe this first news story will help explain what we were doing. An unusual thing happened in downtown Denver this morning. Local commuters, street minds, and especially restaurant owners were surprised to see a large herd of chickens parading into the streets. Many of the chickens of the flock were seen picketing signs reading, "Down with Kentucky Fried Carnage," and "Chickens have feelings too." When Police Chief Joe Jameson asked them exactly what they were doing, one particular fowl barked, "We're protesting against the massacre of innocent chickens everywhere. It's just awful. We create the sun for them, we lay eggs for them, and what do we get in return? We get smothered with barbecue sauce instead with a side of fries." Immediately afterward, someone in the crowd yelled, "Sounds like a personal problem!" And before anyone knew what was happening, an odd brawl erupted in the streets. Local authorities are working hard to resolve the crisis now, which may result in bad news for KFC. However, the good news is we were able to get a great snack out of it.
What?
I know, crazy, right?
What sort of job have I gotten myself into?
A fun one! Phil and I are just so glad you could replace the old guy in such short notice. He had such promise.
Excuse me?
Well, never mind. We can talk about that later. Right now, it's time for you to present your first story.
No, really, what happened to the old news anchor?
You're holding us up, Bob. We can talk about that later. You're holding up the show, you know. And we wouldn't want our ratings to drop any lower, because right now we only have a 19% audience approval rating.
What? What are you doing on the air if you only have a 19% audience approval rating?
You might not want to ask that, Bob. It could put your job in jeopardy.
Mom.
Are you okay, Bob?
Sure.
Oh, good.
Well, what do I do now? Oh. Good morning.
It's 3 o'clock.
I know that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Next, I'll be taking you live to our experienced field reporter with an expertise in combat skills. Samantha Stroganoff on the scene.
Thank you, Kyle. This is Samantha.
My name is Bob.
Who? Where's Kyle? What? I don't understand here.
Just go with it, Sam.
This is Samantha Stroganoff reporting to you live from the city of Denver. Mile High citizens have lined up for hours just waiting to see the festivities, and now it's your turn to be a first-class seat to this great debate. Yes, folks, this is the great debate you've all been waiting for. Yes, these candidates here have only their wits and their pointy sticks of light to defend them in their battle to the death. Let's look on the action, folks. Here we go.
You want to raise taxes to inflate your own salary.
Well, you want to cut funding to education.
You're in favor of DUI.
You don't like poor people.
Well, you're stupid.
Your mom's a squid.
Yeah? Yeah. Get back to boss.
That's it. For Sparta.
Get out, you folks. Here I come.
My, how exciting! Good old Sam! And now it's time for a commercial break!
What? No, it isn't. We don't have one scheduled for another 4 minutes.
Bill has to use the restroom!
Why didn't he go earlier?
Well, it's kind of hard to get some private time. When you're late on your way to the studio, you have to fight back and rage crowds of chickens with a wet swimming noodle.
Alright, but make it quick.
We'll be right back.
Introducing the captivating cap by ignominious industries. With global warming wreaking havoc upon the earth, everybody needs shade. This is where the captivating cap comes in. Now you can take your shade with you and look absolutely captivating. Don't believe my word. Believe the word of our satisfied customer.
You are my master. I must obey. You are my master. I must.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Anyway, call 188 Looney Bin to buy your captivating cap today for only 10 easy payments of $19.95. But I'm feeling generous. Call within the next 10 seconds and I will give you a second captivating cap in any color, so long as it's black, for free. Call and purchase your captivating cap, and I guarantee you, I will make more money than you do.
Do you think we're stupid, Mr. Sleazy?
Try again, Governor. I don't think you got it.
Whatever. We all know you're just trying to hypnotize helpless Americans.
Oh.
And by the way, don't you know that ignominious just means dishonorable and humiliating? That's it. You're off to the nut house.
No! No! I'm allergic to cashews! This mustache is fake!
Wow.
That commercial makes for more interesting news than we'll ever have on here.
I wouldn't bet on it. Oh, Phil, you're back! Now you can give us your weather report.
But he's deaf!
So, we try not to be discriminatory here.
But he doesn't say anything, he just waves his arms around. How are our viewers supposed to understand what he's saying?
Well, I'm sure they'll think of something.
I can't tell what he's saying.
Don't worry, Bob. I think I've started to figure out Phil's sign language.
Well, figure it out a little faster.
Phil? Could you slow down a bit? I can't keep up. Phil, what's wrong? Bob, was that you?
No. I think it was Phil.
Oh, Phil, you've got some impressive hikes. Oh, I get it. Phil was trying to tell us that a tornado has developed nearby.
Too late to do us any good now.
Well, at least he tried. Thanks for trying, Phil. Good thing Kyle isn't here for this. So a really drunk before he fell out of his mind.
What happened to Kyle?
Well, we don't really know what happened exactly. Everything was just a normal day at the studio.
Like this one?
Well, only more so. Anyway, everything was running just as normal, and then suddenly Kyle started going on about these rainbow chocolate covered chupacabras. And then he started eating death. So that was when the people in the white coats barged in suddenly, and, well, we haven't seen him since. Bob, are you okay?
No, I am not okay. I'm most definitely not okay. Look up, not okay, in the dictionary, and you'll see a picture of my face next to it.
Well, I would, but it's too dark to see anything.
That's not what I mean.
I'm just doing my best to make sure that my family doesn't have to live off the streets and I get stuck with the lowest ranking news program in the history of the universe with mentally disturbed people such as yourselves. And now we're all going to die from a tornado that Phil couldn't warn us about because some idiot decided to hire a deaf meteorologist. So no, I'm not okay. Why on earth would I be okay?
Hey, look! I found a penny. What? Was it something I said? Bill, I don't think we're gonna have to call the white coats again.
Yes, I am crazy. I'm certainly crazy. I would have to be crazy to work with you folks. But this is one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. And during our brief little broadcast, I forgot all about the atrocities of life.
Well, they do say laughter is the best medicine.
I'd rather have an aspirin because I think I sprained my ankle during that tornado. What's Phil saying now?
Well, I think he's trying to warn us about the crazed crowd of chickens, politicians, and hat-wearing zombies attempting to get into the studio to avoid the second tornado.
The what? Well, at least we only have a minuscule amount of time left on the air.
A recent survey has declared our station the #1 worst excuse for television programming in the known universe.
Very funny.
No, really, the New York Times read an article about it.
They did? It's true? Holy!
That's all the time we have for today, folks. I gotta get out of here. But see you next time on Network News.